Good morning. It's 9 o'clock. We'll call to order the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting for April 7th, 2026. Board, in front of you, you have the meeting minutes from the March 16th regular meeting.
I'll move to approve those minutes.
Second.
We have a motion, a second, to approve the minutes. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for question. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Introduction of guests. Larry and Judy Keys, Nate Crow, Bill Brandon, Jim Cataract, Jeff Jones, Mike Payne. Welcome. Move on to communications. We have one 10-year service award for Kevin Holly with Auburn Electric. Ten years. Yeah. So, well, first of all, I'd like to thank you for the 10 years of service for the city and Auburn Electric. One thing that's unique about Kevin's position is he's like one of those unsung heroes. He makes sure that the GIS is updated. So when guys go out or the crews go out to do locates or evaluate a job, they rely on your expertise of ensuring that some of that information is in the system. So I appreciate that, and congratulations on 10 years.
Yeah, I've actually had the pleasure with working with Kevin most of those 10 years. If anyone knows or has worked with Kevin, he is kind of the life of the party. He is. He's always making everyone laugh. I formally call Kevin Uncle Kevin just because we think of him as the crazy uncle. But he does good work, and we rely on what he does, especially the crews in the field. So thank you, Kevin. It's been a pleasure.
There you go. Is there anyone in the public that would like to address the board? Anyone in the public that would like to address the board? Hearing none, we'll move on. Reports from department heads, building and planning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have 5 items this morning. Sorry about that, but 4 of them are utility service agreements. So the first one, utility service agreement for 1413 Chestnut Court. This property is in Duesenberg Place. Requesting to put a 6-foot fence within the utility and drainage easement. The only utilities that currently use the easement were electric and AES. They have reviewed the request and have okayed the location of the fence within the easement. So we're presenting to you the appropriate encroachment agreement for your review and approval.
I'll move to approve the utility service agreement with 1413 Chestnut Court.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion, a second. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a question. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, post same sign, motion carried.
Thank you. The second request is utility service agreement for 1101 Sycamore Court, also in Duesenberg Place. I believe the property owners are here today as part of this request. They're looking at installing a 10 by 16 shed within a utility easement. They have a utility service agreement, but only for a fence. So they had to come forward and request one to place the shed within the easement area. The only utilities affected here are electric and AES, who have signed off on the request. So we submit the encroachment agreement for your consideration.
I'll move to approve the utility service agreement with 1101 Sycamore Court.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion, a second. Any discussion, questions? Hearing none, I'll call for a question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Mhm.
The third request is a utility service agreement for 104 Cord Place. This is also for a shed with which the properties in Rolling Meadows. The shed is an 8x10 shed to be placed within a utility easement. Again, on this request, only electric and AES utilities in the easement area. They have signed off on that shed, and so they are requesting, property owners requesting approval of the USA.
I'll move to approve the utility service agreement with 104 Cord Place.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Questions? Hearing none, I'll call for a question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Thank you. The fourth request, again, a utility service agreement. This is for property at 402 Steeplechase in the Hunters Glen subdivision. Looking to install a 4-foot fence within a utility and drainage easement. There are utilities in this easement, electric and AES. There's also a water main in part of the easement area that's to be encroached. All three have looked at the request and have signed off on the request. So we present the utility service agreement for your approval.
I will move to approve the utility service agreement with 402 Steeplechase.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? Jim, you mentioned that there was the water main that ran through there as well.
Yes.
It does not look like water is signed off.
They did not initially on the form that got presented to you.
Okay.
They have looked at it. They looked at it yesterday. We realized there was a water main within the
Okay.
easement, so we had them look at it. They did, and they were okay with it.
Okay,
Thank
perfect. Thank you. If there's no other questions or discussion, I'll call for a question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Post same sign. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Last request is for consideration of acceptance of the infrastructure plans for the East Auburn Estates subdivision. This is the new subdivision going on the southwest corner of Auburn Drive and 46A. It's mainly a single-family subdivision, 58 lots, but there's also 3 commercial lots that front along Auburn Drive and 46A. So this would be acceptance of the infrastructure plans to allow the work to commence. It has been routed for review by all the agencies. They have all approved the infrastructure plans for your consideration.
I will move to approve the infrastructure plans for East Auburn Estates.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Post same sign. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nothing from IT this morning. That brings us to AES.
Good morning.
Good
morning.
morning.
I have one item for you guys this morning. It's a 3-year agreement with 1153 West Auburn Drive through CNI. Monthly reoccurring cost would be $814.90 with a one-time charge of $973.95.
I will move to approve that three-year agreement with CNI for total monthly of $814.90 with a one-time charge of $973.95.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Post same sign. Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nothing from Human Resources this morning, nor the city attorney. That brings us to city engineer.
Good morning.
Good
morning.
morning.
We have one item for the board's consideration. This would be for our Cedar Street Water and Sewer Improvements Phase 1 project. This would be a request for acceptance of the plans and specifications and then approval to publicly advertise and receive bids. This would have a construction start date of October of 26 and a final completion date of March of 27.
I'll move to accept the plans and specifications and approve public advertising and receivable of bids.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same side. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nothing from the clerk this morning, so that brings us to fire.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Two items today. First one being requesting your approval to sign an annual service agreement with ProAir Midwest. This is an NFPA, National Fire Protection Association compliant service agreement for a breathing air compressor at station number 1. Total cost is $1,615.
I will move to approve the service agreement with Pro Air Midwest for the total amount of $1,615.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
And the second request is requesting your approval to accept the donation of a 53-foot box trailer. This is going to be used on our hazardous materials training facility. The donation is a zero cost to us. Also requesting the approval for the mayor to sign the bill of sale and the as-is disclosure statement.
I will move to approve that donation acceptance and for the mayor to sign the bill of sale and the as-is contract.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? I'd just like to say this is awesome. We did get word yesterday that the tank car is about ready to make its way here. So we'll get that notification. We'll be sure to pass that along to you, Chief. So, yeah, this is great. This is some of the final pieces for that project out there. So,
Yep.
If there's no other questions or discussion, I'll call for a question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. So under Mayor, I'd like to request the board to approve amending the agenda to present the yearly service contract with Kroger, Gardis, and Regis. The same agreement we had in 24 and 2025.
I'll move to approve amending the agenda.
Second.
We have a motion to second to amend the agenda. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Post same sign. Motion carried. So I'd like to request board's approval to sign the engagement letter for Kroger, Gardis, and Regis legal firm, and that is at the rates, hourly rates listed on the first page of $210 to $535 if they have to bring in any sort of outside counsel, $250 to $340 an hour for their internal counsel, and paralegals for $100 to $195 an hour. There is no do not exceed. Historically, it's been very minimal, so we chose to go with just their hourly rates.
I'll move to approve signing the engagement letter with Kroger, Gardis, and Regis at the rates listed.
Second.
And we have a motion, a second. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Post same sign. Motion carried. I would also like to ask the board's approval to amend the agenda to present a blanket approval for any documents associated with the HDD and OKRA grant process.
I will move to amend the agenda.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Post same sign. Motion carried. Just like the board's approval to for the clerk or the mayor to sign any documents if needed associated with the ACD grant to the next Board of Works meeting on April 21st, 2026.
I'll move to approve mayor to sign any documents needed for the Okra and ACD grants.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you. Nothing from parks this week, so that brings us to police.
Good morning.
Morning.
I have several street request closures this morning. First would be for the Auburn Police Department Emergency Response Team is requesting to close on June 20th from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. for their annual Red, White, and Blue event. They're requesting to close 5th Street from Cedar to Main.
I will move to approve the street closure on June 20th, 2026 for the emergency response team event.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Thank you. Next is a lengthy one from the Auburn Cord-Duesenberg Festival. I do have the Honorable Mike Payne here if you want to speak with him for any of these matters, but this is going to take a little while. First, we'll start with the third Thursday cruise-ins from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. on May 21st, June 18th, July 16th, August 20th, September 17th. They're requesting to close 8th Street from Jackson to Main, 9th from Main to Cedar, Main from 7th to 10th, and Cedar from 7th to 10th. Second, they're requesting to close for the ACD Festival. This will start on September 3rd, 2026 at 4 p.m. and run through midnight. This will be Main Street from 7th to 9th, 8th Street from Main to Jackson, 9th Street from Main to Jackson, 10th from Main to Cedar, 7th from Union to Van Buren. Then they will be closing the streets from midnight until Sunday, September 6th at 12 p.m. will be Jackson from 5th to 9th, Main Street from 5th to 10th, Main Street from 10th to 13th. That is Friday only. Cedar Street from 5th to 11th, 5th Street from Jackson to Cedar, 6th from Jackson to Cedar, 7th from Van Buren to Union, 8th Street from Jackson to Main. East of Cedar Street, approximately 100 feet. 9th Street from Jackson to Union, 10th from Main to Union, 11th from Main to Union. That's Friday only. Closing the following streets Saturday, September 5th from 12 to 3 for the ACD parade. Will be Wayne Street from Van Buren to Ensley, Ensley from Jackson to Union, Jackson Street from Ensley to 2nd. 2nd Street from Jackson to Main, Main Street from 2nd to 10th. We'll also be closing ACD Museum during the event at times, Wayne Street from Ensley to Van Buren. That is a flux that we always work with the museum and the police department at the same time because that's a continuously changing schedule. But on September 3rd, 4th, and 5th, those will be the dates that will be moving around the ACD Museum Wayne Street closures.
Okay, could you please repeat all that?
Sure. Can we hit rewind on the recording? Yes.
I will move to approve. The street closure, the multiple street closure requests from the ACD Festival as listed.
Good choice. I have a motion, a second. Any questions or discussion?
I do have a question for Mike.
I don't know about honorable, but what questions can I have?
I agree with you there. Is any of this different? Has anything changed from previous years?
One minor change from previous years. We're closing a little bit more on Thursday at the request of the police department. They said that'd be better for them to do, which no problem. So
Yeah.
just a little bit more of the downtown area for setup on Thursday night. The rest of it is identical.
From what my experience, it seems like there's a great relationship between the ACD Festival and the Auburn Police Department, which puts in a lot of time and their own effort into this. with all of these multiple closures. So
Agreed.
everyone's doing a great job.
Thank you.
And the request for Thursday is to lock down the downtown area. If we do it all at once, it helps the normal flow of traffic instead of trying to hodgepodge pieces at the same time.
Good changes.
Any other questions or discussion? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hearing none, I'll call for a question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, pose same sign, motion carried.
Thank you. Next is the Auburn Moose Lodge has submitted a request to close the street on June 20th from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They're requesting to close 10th Street from Main to Cedar. This is for the annual Connie McAllister Breast Foundation event. Along with that, Auburn Police will be providing security during their event.
I will move to approve the street closure request for the Moose Lodge on June 20th, 2026.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion, questions?
This is the same date as the ERT event,
Correct.
but you guys are
Yep.
prepared and
Yes, sir.
ready to handle it. Great.
If there's no other questions or discussion, I'll call for a question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, pose same sign, motion carried.
Thank you. Next, the DeKalb County Pink Out is requesting the street closure on May 21st from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. They're requesting to close Jackson from 7th to 6th.
I will move to approve the street closure on May 21st for DeKalb County Pink Out.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions, discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, pose same sign, motion carried.
Thank you. And lastly, Auburn Police is requesting an amendment to the agreement with Flock. This is in order to save $1,300 on installation fees.
I will move to approve the agreement with the amendment to the previous agreement to Flock in order to save the $1,300 on installation fees.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion, questions? Hearing none, I'll call for a question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, pose same sign, motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next, Street Department, and I say welcome Tyler Brandon.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Street Department has 2 items for board's consideration. First item, Street Department is requesting board approval on removal of contaminated oil from our 500-gallon steel tank and its proper disposal. Costs associated with this are as followed. Oil removal and cleaning, $3,782.50. Disposal costs, $3,330, with a total cost of $7,112.50.
I'll move to approve the cleaning agreement for the oil bin with Crystal Clean in the amount of $7,112.50.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, pose same sign, motion carried.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Second item, Street Department is requesting board approval to pay Bin Clean $240 every other week for the cleaning of the 24 trash bins in the downtown area, weather permitting.
I'll move to approve the agreement with Bin Clean for cleaning the 24 downtown bins, paying the amount of $240 every other week.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion, questions?
Tyler, just one question. This is an ongoing, we've been using them for many years for the same service.
We're
right?
on our 3rd year, yep.
Perfect.
Thank you. If there's no other questions or discussion, I'll call for a question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, pose same sign, motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brings us to electric.
Morning.
Morning.
We have 3 items for the board this morning. The first item we have is declaring the decommissioned Clint Street transformer. It's a 10 megavolt transformer from 1968 Westinghouse as surplus. Just to add in note, we did do testing to verify if it was something we could recycle or reuse. With the test that we confirmed that we do need to surplus this transformer.
I will move to approve the surplusing of the Clinton Street transformer.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a question. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, post same sign, motion carried.
Our second item is a lawnmower replacement. We're going to be surplusing and trading in a mower. We want to award the winning bid to Homer and Sons for the purchase of a 72-inch Ferris for $14,790 and trade in the surplus mower John Deere 72-inch deck for $4,209 for the total. Yeah, go ahead.
I will move to approve the purchase of the John Deere mower with a total cost after trade-in of $14,790.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a question. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, post same sign, motion carried.
Okay, our third item is a vac replacement system. We are looking to trade in our Vermeer vac system for a Ditch Witch HX 30 gallon for a total price of $38,427. And the Vermeer trade-in value will be $38,000.
I will move to approve the new purchase of the vacuum excavation system and a total cost for that purchase after trade-in of the old system of $38,427.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a question. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, post same sign, motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
And next, that brings us to water.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
The Water Department has one item for your consideration this morning. We have a proposal to repair the mixer inside the North Water Tower. Proposal comes from Dixon Engineering. Dixon will inspect for proper installation and compliance during that repair and or replacement. The mixer will be repaired or replaced under warranty, manufacturer's warranty at zero cost. However, the Dixon Engineering proposal for the oversight is for an amount of $2,000. We do have the certificate of liability insurance from Dixon, and I ran affidavits also.
I'll move to approve Dixon Engineering inspecting and repairing the mixer in the water tower. Total cost of $2,000.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a question. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nothing from WPC this week. Our next regular Board of Works meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, April 21st at 9 a.m. Is there any other business to come before the board?
I'll move to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed,